Hey guys, it's your girl Leah. I am back and I am ready to show you this cool look that I have for today. First things first, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, hit the little bell button. Also go check out my discount code for Zavoli. I always think I'm pronouncing it wrong. I believe it's 20% off for Mary Dean's, I believe is the code. I'll also link down below in the description box the code as well. But we're gonna hop right in and start this look. So I always like to start off with my lips. I'm using my sister's chapstick today. It's the Haunted Beauty Essentials in the shade, no, not shade, in the flavor Mintsun. This is it here. This is the chapstick that I like better. It's an oil base, excuse me, instead of wax based. It just does way better on your lips than something like this. So if you can, go check this out. She is launching some holiday stuff, so go check that out, see when that is up and coming. Next, we'll be going in with the eyes. Excuse me. I have a little tickle in my throat. I have had it for a couple of days now. Just, little tickle, nothing, too serious. But back to what I was talking about, we're going in with the eyes. We're going to use the Balm Put a Lid on It eyelid primer. Looks like this. And then I do apologize in advance if I have to take some swigs of water because of the tickle in my throat. So I'm going to apply it to my finger and then apply it to my eyelid. You don't need very much. I think I might have put too much on here, but you can never go wrong with too much. Well, you can, but you just have to know what you're doing. This is almost like oil based compared to the other products that I've used, which is the Urban Decay and the Color Institute. The Color Institute one is more tacky and the Urban Decay one is more, because of the one that I have and it's older, it feels more matte like. But I'm not sure. I probably need a new one for a reassessment of that. Next, we excuse me, are going to use two different companies for our eyes today, but it is the same shade. No, I'm not gonna use that brush. What's this brush? Okay, so the first one I'm going to be using is the Cargo Cosmetics in the shade Cyprus. This is a single eyeshadow, so it looks like this, and then you take the lid off and it looks like this. As you can see, I have used it a little bit. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I got this brush from Walgreens. Both of these shades that we're using does have shimmer in it. So today is just going to be I think it is like an early 2000s look. And we'll see how this turns out. So I'm going to take that brown shade and place it on the inner corner of my crease. and just blend it inward. So I kind of started in the middle and then blended it out and inward, and then I'm going to continue to go back and forth. And then I'm going to try to go above the crease and below the crease, just to kind of get a widened surface. And then I'm going to also do it with my eyelid open too. I'm gonna try and blend whatever's left into the inner portion of my crease. It looks a little crazy. I always look a little crazy when I apply eyeshadow, and then somehow, some way, I just make it work. And then you blend until you get to the right consistency that you like. Okay, I'm gonna go and do the other side. And then we're going to use another brown shade and then be done with the eyes. So it's a really quick, for me, really simple eye look. Because I'm used to using browns on myself because I am a brown person. So I know how browns show up on me. No, I don't have COVID. I think it's just allergies with a tickle of phlegm and makes me can't breathe. I don't feel like crap, I just feel like I'm losing my voice. And that's what I feel like. I'm gonna blend this part just a little bit more. There we go, to make it look a little even. Okay. Excuse me. Next, I'm going to be going in with the Sweet and Shimmer eyeshadow palette. I don't remember where I got this from. So it's this thing here. I've had this for a long time, and I honestly don't remember where I got it from. But you open her up, and it came with that little, you know, double-ended thing with the two sponges on the end. We're going to be using this shade here. It's that brown shade. And these don't have color names. It just has the ingredients on the back. And then the palette name is Cool. So it doesn't actually have a name for it. I honestly don't remember where I got this. Like I said, we're going to be going in with that darker brown shade with the same brush. And I'm gonna go right on my eyelid, kind of in the corner, and go in circular motions. And I'm gonna open my eye and do the same thing and kind of blend outward. Almost like a smoky eye, but with less colors. I'm gonna blend up and out. And blend until it's blended. Again, blend as you like it and how it looks good on you. Sorry, I gotta get close in the mirror. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna do the other side really quickly. Like I said, this look is gonna be a little different almost. For me, it gives me like early 2000s. You're just starting off your makeup, you're trying to figure out what looks good on you type vibes. And then I'm gonna blend this into the crease a little bit. I forgot to do it on the other side. I will say these shades are a little hard to move around. There we go. This side's darker than this side, so this is the tricky part. I'm gonna blend this some more. This side's way darker. Sorry, I'm holding my my mirror up. There we go. Okay, do this really quickly and then be done. You guys can skip forward. You guys can skip forward for this. Again, I do apologize that all of my videos are literally raw footage, so nothing is edited. Everything is literally just raw footage because I don't have an editing software on my computer, and yeah, that's a whole nother story. Okay, moving on. Next, we're going to be going in with some face stuff. I'm going to go in with some eye primer, and then we're going to be using the sponge. So I'm going to get the sponge ready with my handy dandy spray water bottle. Get my sponge all ready to go. And the face primer we're going to be using today is the Lorac Los Angeles Light Source 3-in-1 Illuminating Primer. This one here. Again, we're going to be using a finger, and it's nice and gold and shiny. It's cold because my room is cold and everything's cold in here. Not on purpose. I'm just gonna blend that in. I am looking for some new, eventually some new face primer and some new translucent powder. So if you guys have any good and some mascara. So if you guys have any good recommendations on those three, please let me know and I will review them. Okay, so I did hit my nose a little bit with the primer. Usually I don't, but today I did, which is fine. Hit my neck a little bit, which is fine. But usually I don't because makeup doesn't stay on my nose very well normally. But as you guys know, I film at night and then I go to bed. So it is what it is. So the foundation we're going to be using is the Molly Complex Perfection Soft Focus Foundation in the shade Tan. This one looks like this. I call it a toothpaste tube because it's like toothpaste tube shaped, but then it has a little pump at the end. And then when you pump it, it's like a liquid almost. So I'm going to do 3 pumps and then go from there. So I'm going to take my sponge and apply this to my face. Ooh, it has chemicals. Very strong smelling chemicals. So this foundation and the Wet n Wild foundation, to me it smells like paint, like you're painting your walls paint. I don't know why, it just does. I'm gonna get this wet a little bit more. I can just feel the difference. There we go. And then I'm trying not to get my lips with foundation because my lips end up cracking with the setting powder and foundation on it. So again, keyword, I try not to. This foundation is very tan on my skin. Like, it looks like I went to the beach. And maybe the tanning booth, but that's for another day. So I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of foundations because my skin literally changes different colors in different seasons. And if you guys live in the state like I live, where we have all 4 seasons but mostly winter, you already know. You already know. You already know. Okay, so this is a little tan on my skin, but that's okay. So, water break. Water is good for your skin too, so I recommend that. Okay, next, moving on. We're going to be going in with the Milani Conceal Perfect Longwear Concealer. This stuff is really good. I like this stuff. It's not too terribly expensive, but it's not too terribly cheap either. So I'm going to put it on the inner corner, outer corners of my eyes, and a dot right here in my nose, a dot right here, and a dot right here. The reason why I do that with this particular stuff, a little goes a long way with this one. And I'm about to show you what I mean. So this stuff blends really well. I like the way that this blends. It mixes with other products. Boom. A little literally goes a long way. I just hit my whole entire nose with those 2 dots. And then these guys, like, look at that. 2 dots, 2 little tiny dots, and here we are. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes concealer is hard to blend with the foundation because the 2 products just don't blend well with each other. So I'm going to try and make this as smooth as possible. I think that's as good as I'm going to get with that. And yes, I make weird faces when I blend my makeup with my sponge. I like to use a sponge because then I'm not wasting different brushes. Excuse me. And they're easier to clean. The sponges are way easier to clean. You just add a little, I use Dawn dish soap. So you just add a little Dawn dish soap and call it a day and move on. I let my sponges and brushes dry at least overnight when I clean them into, you know, the next day. Add a little bit more chapstick. yeah, at least into the next day. So I know that they're completely dry before I use them. Next, we're going to be going in with powder. So let me just organize this really quickly so I know what I've used already. Okay. So we're going to be going in with powder. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder today. And we're going to set my concealer with this, or set our concealer with this. And boom. And I'm going to take the flat part and just barely get it in there. I will blend this out in a second. I just want to get all of it on my face first. How I want it. And yes, I do blend the tops of my, or set the tops of my cheeks because they get really oily too. I look like I was playing with flour. So for me, for video purposes, I only set the parts where I put my concealer. But if I'm going out and about and throughout my day, I will set some parts of my face, like right here and right here. Those are the parts that get really oily for me, and I have to, you know, make sure they're not oily when I come back home. So I'm going to blend this out and then let it sit. Okay. As that is sitting, we're going to do some bronzer. My eyebrows aren't too bad today. We're going to do some bronzer and some other cool stuff. The bronzer we're using is a DLS bronzer, which is Dirty Little Secret Cosmetics in the shade Skinny Dip. I got this from it's something box. It's a subscription company. I'll remember it and write it in the subscription box below. It's a one of those boxes where you can get online and get like a monthly subscription to. I'll remember here in a minute. I just don't off the top of my head. So I'm gonna take this. This is a little shiny and shimmery. So you open it, and right there you can see. The brush I'm going to use is a Real Techniques brush. It's the sculpting brush, so this is perfect. And with bronzer, do a little first and then add layers. So we're going to do just that, or try to do that. It's been I think I used this bronzer like once or twice. I don't remember if I used it on or off camera though. That's the only thing I don't remember. And for my bronzer, I always hold it here, but I recommend you hold it outward so that you're not putting a harsh hand on your face. Again, it's just out of habit for me holding stuff. Can you guys tell that I have bronzer on? I can't really tell. I have a big forehead. For me, it's hard to tell a little bit. And I just have random hairs flying everywhere. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is picking up anything. Oh, yeah, there it is. It just, I don't know if it's, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Give it a couple tries and see where we are at. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to re-watch parts of the video and see what is happening. I do want to carve my cheeks just a tad bit more. Because I can see it here, but barely here. So I'm going to do this a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do my nose. I'm going to take a eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take an angled eyeshadow brush, and just hit my nose with this. Oh, there we go. And then I do like this, I don't know, the pointed part of the nose. And then flip your brush upside down so the thickest is pointing down, and then try to blend it out that way. And then sometimes I just use my finger. It makes it a little bit easier. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then blend it down my face a little, just to get rid of that harsh line. Do the other side really quickly. There is something in my nose. I can see it. Okay. That looks great. Next, we're gonna go in with some, let's see how I want to do this. Some lips. We're gonna do some lips today. Now here's where the 2000s, I'm just starting out my makeup look comes into play. because we're doing pink. I'm using the NK lip pencil. I think that in the shade A15 Burgundy. Oh, if I can read that. No Gak and Neo. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I will definitely put it in the description box. I think it's Niokak or Nickaak. I can't see it. So it looks like this. For those of you who've watched me in my first videos, I've had this for a very, very, very long time too. So yeah. So we're gonna line our lips. We're gonna do I'm gonna kind of like pinch them together so I can get a little precise line that way. So there's the top layer, or the top lip. And hit the bottom. So for me, I like to fill in my lips with my lip liner, especially the way that I'm doing it today, because I'm hoping it's gonna show up the way that I did it a couple days ago as like a test run, and it looked pretty good, so I'm praying that it's gonna look good. For me, I have kind of a hill on my bottom lip when I go like this. Some people have a straight line, some people have the other opposite direction. I have a hill. So it's really hard for me not to get makeup right here. So there's that. The lip B we're going to use is the Lorac Lip Luxe in the shade Literally Hot Pink. I've had this for so long. I just don't use it very often because it is that bright pink. It's so hard to match. I'm going to put this where I didn't apply the lip liner and then blend it together with my lips. So, for example, like so. Like so, and then smush it together. And then do one more layer. Like I said, it looks a little like it's like early 2000s and just starting off my makeup look, especially with the brown. But the lip itself, I really like the purple and the pink together. I think it turns out kind of cool. You don't get to see that very often normally, so I thought it would be something cool. So, yeah, moving on. Next, we're going to be going in with mascara. This mascara is a little different. It's brown, so you might not be able to see very well on here, but it's the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom. This one here, like I said, it's brown, and it smells like cherries. It literally smells like cherries. So this is brown in relation to like for example, the Butter London Double Decker. This is black. And then this is brown. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but I can see the difference holding them right next to each other. So I don't mind brown mascara, especially if I'm doing like a really easy, simple, just mascara look. I'm doing it on here just for the sake of the product, but I don't think it's gonna do much for today's video. Most of my videos are due for fun anyways. Yes, I want people to watch them. Excuse me. Yes, I want content, stuff like that, but you always have to have fun in what you are doing. So that's it for mascara. It doesn't produce a whole lot of mascara on the wand, which is kind of nice. Especially for lashes that are gonna have color, so like brown, blue, stuff like that, because then you can build up on the color and you can get it to where you want it to be. Okay, I'm not gonna do my lower lashes because we're gonna do eyeliner today. It's been a long time since I did eyeliner, so yeah, here we are. The eyeliner I'm using is the Cargo Cosmetics eyeliner. It looks like this. I really like it because it's black. And then I'm going to take my sponge and just hold my eyelid down a little bit. And apply my eyeliner. My face itches. Apply it to the waterline. I don't like to use eyeliner sometimes because it makes me cry. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it just does. For me personally, I think I look better without it, but everybody has their own preference on what they like and what they don't like. I I don't like it when I have eyeliner and it builds up in the corner of my eye. That's just my preference. I don't like that, so I don't wear eyeliner. So I'm debating whether, oh, that's just that. Okay, so next we've been going in with some blush, highlighter, and some more powder. The blush we're using is another Cargo Cosmetics. It's in the Los Cabos. It's the water resistant blush, and it looks like this. It's so cute. And then the brush we're going to use is the Real Techniques contour brush. So this here. For blush, I don't use very much. And I have some really bouncy cheeks, so and that's literally it. I don't use a whole lot. I don't want to use a whole lot. I'm okay with where it's at, so this is gonna last me forever. Next, we're gonna be going in with some powder, some foundation powder. I'm gonna be using the Pure Cosmetics one. And we're gonna be going in with this bad boy. This goes with my other brushes that I've used for shadows, but I bought a brush set and I really like this brush. It's so soft, it's so nice. I forget the company name, but that's the logo, and you can go online and find like all sorts of cool stuff. So they sell eyeshadow and brushes and loose powders that you can turn into liner and just all sorts of cool stuff. I just forget their name all the time. And then I'm gonna coat my brush with powdered foundation. I will need a new one soon. And then just literally wipe away all the translucent powder that was there as I'm adding on powdered foundation. And then I'm just gonna dab the rest of my face where that translucent powder was not. Oh, that's a harsh line. That's better. Okay. Don't forget your forehead. I really am loving my lips. I don't mind the eye look, but it just is something different. Okay. And I can already tell that right here, there's some black and brown spots on my face. Next, we're going to be using highlighter. So, we're using the Balm Mary Lou. Highlighter brush is dirty, so I can't use that. We'll use this eyeshadow brush as a highlighter brush. Or actually, where is my little, here we go. Sorry. Okay, this guy. I'm gonna use this guy. We're using the Balm Mary Lou. This is the little, sample tester that you get. I don't know if you can tell, but I have made a little dent in it. But I still have a long ways to go. Take this brush and coat it with the highlighter. and just place it on where my cheekbone is, so like right here. And then I'm gonna hit under my brow and kind of connect the two. I have not, for how much I've used this and how long I've had this, I have not hit pan on the sample yet. So it'll be interesting when I do, because then I think I do, but then it just continues. I hit my nose just a little bit, then take my finger and do my cupid's bow. With my finger. And just blend that out a little bit. And that is the final look. Normally I would take one of my favorite setting sprays and set my whole face, but again, I film at night, so it's time for bed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun filming this video. Again, different look. Wouldn't necessarily walk out of the house like this as my other looks, but something new, something fun, you just hang out, things like that. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever you want. Go check out that clothing website too, Zavoli. Get your 20% discount off of your whatever dollar value purchase. I will see you guys very soon, and hope you guys have a good week.